Well, that was fucking dreadful. Hello, welcome back to my Do You Not Be Leeds. Preston 1, Leeds 1. Oh, where to even begin with that one? Honestly, I'm absolutely pissed off. Is not the word. Honestly, I'm so fed up with this away form. It's really it's really getting me down. I can't lie. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. Yeah, it's quite unbelievable at the minute. So look at some of your chats to start with. Evening, Danny. Smash a like and subscribe, please. Yeah, if you're new here, subscribe, please. I'm not always just down. Hopefully, some people in the chat can make me feel a little bit better. I'm usually really positive, but I'm struggling today. It's not going to be easy, as people were making out. Yeah, I know, mate. I've been flip flopping every time we get a bad away performance. It sort of recalibrates my mind to Leedsy mode where I start panicking again. But yeah, so win at home, draw away, 2 points per game, average promotion, and chill out and enjoy the season, mate. I get all that. And we are averaging 2 points a game, but we can't just do this narrative of we're second in league, we're only 3 points behind top, and we're doing really well at home, and blah blah blah. We can't go along with that. You know, we've got to have a discussion about this away form. You know, we might as well not even have a channel, or may as well not even talk about. Oh, I'm still in the camp. We'll get promoted. I'm not Farke out. All those people, you know, I think are ridiculous to come out with so much stuff that gets said online, but you know. Leeds away troubles. Most of the league would wish they had this. Yeah, maybe so, mate. Maybe so. But we're Leeds United. We're impeccable at home. We're going to suffer if we don't get this away form sorted. You know, we can laugh and we can joke and we can say with this and that. Lord Sheargoroth, but genuinely, if you're not concerned about the away form, I don't get where your head's at. You've got to be concerned about this away form. You know, do I think we'll still go up? Yes, I do. You know, do I think we still got the best players in the league? Yes, I do. But something's not right away from home. Something's just not happening when we go away from home. There's just something not right, and I don't know what it is, but it's going to be very detrimental to a season. And you know, you look at Sheffield United and you look at teams like Burnley, and they tend to get the job done away from home. It is really a worry. I mean, I'm just going to share this now. When you look at the table, obviously we're second. Looked healthy, don't get me wrong. At home form, we're averaging 2.55 points a game, which is scandalous. You know, we just win every game at home. I don't even think we'll get beat at home. The away form averaging down at 1.4 points per game. Overall, yeah, we're still on 2 points per game. That's fine, but look at the drop off. 10 games away from home, only won 3. 5 draws, 2 losses. Only scored 12 goals in 10 games, which sounds okay, but 4 of them all came at Swansea. So in over 9, we've only scored, 8? We're conceding 9. That away form's dreadful. 1 win there out of 5. It's just not good enough for the team wanting to go up. And when you look at the table, you know, home form, top of league, obviously. Of course we are. We're absolutely amazing at Elland Road. And I reckon we'll top the form tables at Elland Road come end of the season. But look at the away form. Anyone who thinks that's funny, anyone who thinks calm down, we've got this in back, you know, you've got to look at that. We're below Sheffield Wednesday away from home. You know, yeah, Burnley are down at 60 at home form, but I think they'll get their own form right. But look away from home. Our main competitors, first, second, and third, they're the ones who we're going to be competing with promotion for. 1, 2, and 3 when it comes to away form. You might look at their own form, it might be a little bit patchy, hence why we're in front of them, granted. But the home form's easy to patch up. But Burnley in 6th, Sunderland in 4th at home. When it comes to away games, that's, you know, they're the bonus points. They're the tough points to gain. The home form, if you're a good side, you'll get that right. And obviously, 4th and 6th they are, respectively. It's not bad positioning. But their away form, 2nd and 3rd, we're down in 8th. Like, that is a worry. If you're not worried, then where's your head at? Like I say, I think we'll be okay overall, but it's a discussion that has to be had. What's going on? Like, what is actually going on? Genuinely, honestly, do not have a clue what goes on when we're playing away from home. Absolutely no idea. It's absolutely mind-boggling. It really is. One sec. I'll get into some of your comments again. Just trying to sort the screen out again. There we go. Right, back into the comments. Dare to dream, not the road behind you that defines the future, rather the road ahead. Dare to dream. Michael Smith, evening, mate. Hope you're all right. Top Banana, evening. I'll lead that with MOT. Hey, up Top Banana. Hope you're all right, mate. Evening, Jay. Danny Talksport. Matty, you let him get to be like me and treat it as a normal day. Well, it's a normal away day, Danny. It's a normal away day. Tick of those likes for Matty. Yeah, please smash a like if you're watching, please. I'd really appreciate it. Are we thinking these players are better than they actually are? No, I don't think we are, mate. I don't think they are. They are great players. They are really good players. At this level, our team's just scandalously good. Really is. Michael Smith. Totally agree with this conversation about away form, though. Today we were lucky. That said the first half. Reffing was rubbish. Oh, yeah, we'll get into that. Don't you worry about that. Andy Rowe. It's meant to be the beautiful game. It's lost in translation with Farke. Ugly pattern. Yeah, that's the word, mate. That is the word, Andy. A pattern. There's a trend here. I've seen so many takes. You know, people say, you know, happy clappers, this happy clappers. I'm a bit of a happy clapper. I don't like to think negative about my team. I genuinely don't like to be negative about my team. But there's a trend, there's a pattern there. You know, it's not just a one-off, and so many people like, oh, these days happen. You get games like this. Yeah, it's one of them games, isn't it? Away at Preston. Yeah, but how many games like this are we having? It's every away game at a minute against mediocre opponents. There's a trend, there's a pattern. It's not just one of those days. There's too many just one of them days away from home for it just to be one of them fucking days. Doing my head in. 34 points from our last 16 games gives an average of 2.125 points per game, which in May we're giving. Yeah, I get that, LUFC. I hope you're well, by the way. I get that, mate. I do. But we've got to talk about today. I get all the metrics, the overall metrics, 21 games in. I get where we are. We're doing brilliant. Like second in league. Do I think we'll win league? Yes, still potentially. You know, as main threats, Sheffield United, do I think we're better than them? Yeah, we're smart to up at Elland Road. But let's just strip all the overalls, you know, stats and the averages and, you know, all that, and look at today and look at the away form. The only reason we've got these points, like you said, is because his home form's literally unbeatable. It's unmatched. It's unrivaled. It's our own form. Home form is scandalously good. If we've dropped a couple more points at home, we'd be up Shit's Creek. We'd be middle at pack in playoffs. It's only because his home form's so fucking good. You know, we can afford a couple of these dips away from home. But these away, if we keep performing like this away from home, we won't be top two. No matter if we win every home game. If we win 1 in 5 away from home, we ain't going to make top two with that form. I think we can get it right. I can, but what's going on? We're second in the league. We don't need to panic. Our away form will improve. When Top Banana? We're away at Stoke next. Should be a banker. It don't feel like a banker. Really don't. Richard Woodthorpe. Why can we not treat our away games as our final like the away teams do against us? Once we give them a goal start, you know what's going to happen. We need the same tempo as we have on. Honestly, the word tempo is everything to this side. When we play with tempo, we breeze through games. We call the games boring because it's just so easy for us. As soon as that tempo drops below a reasonable level, we are poor. Luckily at home, usually tempo's there. Away from home, it's just not. I see it as we lost to them last season. No, I know, mate. I know. But a result means nothing now. It's an hard one, isn't it? Because we'd have been happy. It's so hard. We'd have been happy with 4 points from Borough and Preston. We'd have been happy with 4 points. But we expected it to be a point against Borough and 3 points today. It's all the way around, which just feels it's kicking knackers. Really is. UFC happy clap. Yeah. Our next hardest game is Blackburn. Yeah, but you know, Oxford, yeah, should be a banker. I think it will be at home. Stoke away. Stoke away. Yeah, Blackburn at home will be a tough game, of course it will, but these away games, mate, are just killing us. If we win 1 in 5 away from home, we've won 2 of our last 8 and lost 2. Form is fine. Yeah, form is fine overall. Yeah, are you happy with away form, LUFC? Are you happy with the away form? Are you happy that if we go through and win, 1 out of 5, every block of 5 away games, we win one of them? Are you happy with that? As someone who wants to go up, you can't be happy with that. You can't be. Farke was on thin ice. I know fans think he's safe, but I can't see the 49ers accepting a close finish to the finish. You know, it is easy. You know how I feel about you, mate, with Farke. We're always respectful. I think you're the top guy, but we always butt heads, don't we? You know, because you're very strong in your opinion, and it's your opinion, and that's fine. Today, the first time, half time. Today, first time when I were like, 49ers will be thinking stuff now. There'll be thoughts going through. For first time, I've sort of sat there at half time going, yeah, 49ers are going to be thinking, there's a trend, there's a pattern. They ain't going to be happy with this. They ain't going to be happy with this. First time ever coming to my psyche. And I think Farke will remain in the job. And I think he'll lead us into Premier League, as we say easy. But your points you make on my show every time I come on are looking with these away games. I can't really go too much against you at the minute, mate, because something's not right there. There's some sort of, I don't know. It's just something spreading with these away games. It was a little issue and it's just grown. And now it seems such a big issue now, and everyone's talking about it. And it's just, we really just needed to just piss on it today and just put that fire out. And all of a sudden now, we get a last gasp equaliser, which for me, people will disagree and say we deserved it because we battered them in terms of stats. But for me, we didn't deserve it, and we got it. And it is what it is. Easy. You never blame the players at all, mate. We can blame the players, Danny. Yeah, the players on the pitch are at fault as well. But for me today, Daniel Farke were very much to blame today as well. They really were. I didn't think he got the lineup right. I feel like Pinot shouldn't have started. I know it's easy in hindsight, but I said Joseph should have started this game. The tactics, mate, I don't know what it is. The tactics are all wrong. Does he have to change formation on away games to change things up a little bit? Is he not? I don't even know what's going on. But Farke's, not blameless in this at all. Really. And the subs, he should have had subs at half time. Half time, it was crying out for a sub. After 30 minutes, make a fucking sub. Who cares? If it don't feel right, just make a sub. Everybody could see. First 5 minutes in, I was like, yeah, we're not up for this. They had a couple of breakaways. It could have been worse. Second half, they had an header. They broke away and got an header. And luckily, it was a tame header. We could have conceded 2 or 3. Farke needs to forget what he's doing now and focus on winning away. Yeah, honestly, home form's not an issue at all, is it? Home form's not an issue at all. It's all about the away form now. Really is. It's the only thing that's bothering us. It's the only thing we're struggling with. I spotted Leeds for over 50 years and we are doing okay. We will get promoted this season. These doomed supporters need to realise it's not going to be easy. We have to understand this. Yeah, and I do get it top down. And don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? I do understand. Like, I think we'll be fine. Fine is a word. I think we'll be fine. Do I think we should be better than fine? Yeah, I do. I think we should be smashing, this league. We are doing okay. But obviously, there's no point having a channel if we can't talk about the negatives or the positives when we've got them. And, if we win today, we're all talking positive about the game. But unfortunately, we drew. And to be fair, even though we got a last gasp, equalised, it still felt like a loss. Usually if you get a draw at the back end of the game, you're buzzing. It felt like a loss. It just don't feel good today at all. And it's just because I can't see an end to the away form. That's the worry. I feel like there's a rot setting in and it's growing. And it's in player psyche now. Because that team, it's unreal. The game changers on bench, and we can't go away to Preston and win. Millwall, Blackburn, Bristol City. It's unbelievable. 1 win in 2.5 months now away from home. I'm convinced these fickle fans double up week to week. Happy clappers on Farke out alternatively. I don't agree with Farke out stuff. I don't agree with anyone saying Farke out. I don't. We played bad, but still had 18 shots. Yeah, I know. It weren't boring, mate. We have shots. We do. We create shots all the time. We had, I think, 8 or 9 corners. Of course, the show we're shooting. But so I think shots and having possession. If you don't run out with it, 93rd minute, having a goal, an own goal to get a point at Preston. But what if you had 100 shots? None of them flew in top corner. None of them nestled in net past keeper, did they? You know what I mean? None of them. So they might as well have had none. Might as well have had 1 or 2 and scored that own goal at the end of it. It didn't mean no. That's what's frustrating me today, mate. Might Preston North End are rubbish, but Farke is convinced the point away is a good point. He's affected the team's mentally. Well, this is definitely setting now. Mentally, it's setting us this mentality away now. It really has. I'm not saying he's blameless, but people won't accept his players as well. If Foba have been playing well, Why didn't he play? Because he was fit on the bench. Yeah, well, all I can assume is he wasn't 100% fit. But yeah, we're on bench, so if someone's on bench, you expect him to be fit. But yeah, I'm not sure. Farke's had the talented teams for the last 2 seasons, but can't outwig average. Yeah, I know. Managers, yeah, I know, mate. I know. So what I want to do, because I'm fed up, I'm putting link in chat. And if any of you want to come on and have a chat, come and have a chat. Come and make me feel better, or even worse in some instances. Yeah, honestly, I'm just fed up today. That let's speak about that referee before anyone jumps in. That referee today in that first half was absolutely atrocious. Honestly, what the fuck was that referee doing? Honestly, unbelievable how they didn't get a red card. Unbelievable. I agree, it does seem like a loss, but we missed too many good chances. Need to start scoring, see, and they're meant to be so good. Yeah, I know, mate. I know. We should be battered in teams like this. We really should. But yeah, that referee, you know, I tell you what, I'll tell you one thing though. When it first happened, I said, right, that's a red card. You know, there were a couple of seconds where you think he's about to pull the card out. Back in my mind, I'm thinking, don't send him off. Because that mid to low block's going to end up being a lower block. Not really a low block, the player did. They sat in and sprung counters on us whenever they could, but it's they should have had 10 men for a large portion of that game. That referee were awful. He were giving free kicks for stuff that weren't free kicks, and then there were blatant free kicks that he weren't giving. And Farke getting a yellow card for asking a question. You're allowed to put things to the fourth official. Honestly, I could not believe what I was saying. Honestly, he hated Leeds that first half, and I'm not one for ever blaming referee ever. Never want to blame referee, but he was vile in that first half. Vile, honestly, shocking. Richard Woolthorpe, I am Farking, but he needs to get told by someone above him what he needs to do this season. He is too calm. Yeah, he's got a really good way of harnessing out pressure on and looking calm, cool, and collected. But I don't know how calm, cool, and collected he actually is, mate. He must be nervous because it's there's no third bite at Cherry. There really, and it's shit or bust this season for Leeds. We can't go into a third year. I agree, it does seem like a loss. I've just said that now. It does seem like a loss. We're still really good chances. Players need to start scoring. Seeing them into it so good. Yeah, 100%, mate. Aronson scuffs his, mate. Honestly, unreal, man. You know, I touched on Aronson quite a bit. I don't think he looks fresh at the minute. I feel like he needs a rest. He needs to come out. That at the minute, you know, when you're looking at how we're playing against teams who sit in and defend, Aronson's not your man to unlock that defence. Aronson is not your man to unlock that defence. He isn't at all. He's hard working, all that. We can go on about that for days, how good he is off ball and stuff. But a game like this, don't matter about off ball. We've got the ball for 65-70% of the game. We need to be punishing these teams with players who can unlock defence, people who can actually shoot when they're given a shot to take in front of the goalkeeper and he blazes it over. Yeah, it took a bit of a bobble. But it should be better than that. Better than that. It should be on max. Honestly, with that bad, Richard, you won't want it. With that bad, it felt like it must have been doing some with match fixing. But I'm not even disappointed because I know that the team is the best in the league. But I have come to terms. I thought, yeah, 100% it won't change, mate. 100% it won't change. It's managers don't though, do they? Managers don't. They stick to the philosophy. You know, they don't flip flop between. You know, people going about plan B. You know, most managers don't have a plan B. They have a plan A, and they just got to keep going with it. You know, some people say it's a sign of weakness changing it and having a plan B because it means you're not 100% fixated on your philosophy. But I don't really agree with that. You know, you could say you had a plan B today, bringing Bamford on. Is that your plan B? Fucking, if that's your plan B, I don't even want to know what your plan A is. Like, yeah, Bamford shouldn't be getting anywhere near pitch for me. Yeah, righteous one. Honestly, I get that, mate. I think sometimes we just got upset we can't win every game. 100%. I honestly understand that more than anyone. I am the most positive Leeds fan ever, but it's a trend. It's not just one game, pal. You know, it's one winning 5 away from home against mediocre opponents. We haven't been to Turf Moor. We haven't been to Bramall Lane in this run. These are top of league sides. You know what I mean? That's what I can't do it at minute. You know, it's a one-off, or we can't win every game. I get that. I get that, honestly. I get that more than anyone. It's just, we've got to come and talk about today's game. We've got to come and talk about the away form in general, and it's awful. And it will, if this continues, it will trip us up. It will trip us up. What did we say last night? I know, Matty. I know, Richard. I know. I agree with that. We all get that feeling when we know what's coming. Yeah, I know, mate. We really do. We really do. That's who said Bamford should be in the team. Got a reminder today as to why he's not. Honestly, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, I'm going to bring in. Hey up, Danny. Talk to me.
I don't know what everybody's worried about. We're still going up. It's just everybody thinks that we've got the best squad. I think half of the time it's down to the players' mentality. You can't just... Yeah, Farke is to blame on some of it, but he's not to blame on all of it. And there's certain people in this Leeds United atmosphere that won't put any blame on the players.
Yeah. I mean, mate, Melier is at fault today. Strauch's at fault today. Bamford's at fault today. Aronson's at fault. There's plenty of players today who are getting some stick.
Yeah.
But Farke's equal to it as well. And it's not all Farke, it's not all players. It's a mixture of both. But Danny, what I know we keep saying like we're going to go up and you know we'll be okay. You know I believe that as well. We talk about it all the time. You know I believe we'll go up. But what's going on away from home, Danny?
Yeah.
What's going on away from home? What is it?
To be honest with you, I think it's for me. I think it's down to the players' mentality, thinking they're just going to turn up and win.
You think that's what it is away from home? You feel like they're that confident after winning at home when they go away? They just think it's a foregone conclusion to win.
Yep.
So that also comes down to the manager, doesn't it? He's got to get him in right frame of mind. He's got to be having these conversations with them. He's got to be motivating them.
Well, no, but it won't need to motivate them, because they'll already be motivated from winning at home.
Yeah, but if there's complacency, you know, in that side, it's up to the manager to get them playing. And I don't know what we need to do. I don't know if it is like I think it's mentality. I have to agree with you. I do. I don't think a tactical change or a change of formation is exactly what we need. I just think it's somewhat of a play away from home. Have you noticed, Danny? The tempo's slower, isn't it? We don't pass it with as much zip as we do at Elland Road.
For me, that's not just down to our players, though. That's down to the other teams. It's like today, Preston. Without the ball, they had 5 at the back. Without the ball, they had 6 at the back, and with the ball, they had 5 at the back. Yeah. So it's down to the other teams that are actually sitting there and defending. I give plauses to Preston today. How they played. They come with a game plan. 100%. They come with a game plan, and they executed it to a T.
You've got to think, mate, we had more shots, we had more of the ball, but they never wanted more of the ball. They asked for all them shots, so they played their game plan better than we did.
And our best results have come over last season and a part of this season when other teams have had the ball.
Yeah, I know. I'm sort of thinking, is that how we need to set up when we're away from home? Do we need to not be as possession based and sit in and try and counter, because we've got the players to play counter attack football, but we have ball that much, and I'm sick of games, mate, where we have 70% of ball and we do fuck all with it, and we can have people say we'll have 18 shots. Yeah, but we only score one goal. We're an own goal.
We can have 70%, 80% possession at home, and sometimes we're not scoring as many goals as we should be.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? So you can't really go by that.
At home, we get the points, don't we? But we could definitely put more goals in at home as well. You know, we haven't got that killer instinct, I don't think, as a squad. You know, we're good enough to get in front at home and hold on to wins, hold on to leads, but we haven't got that killer instinct to put aside, nail that final nail in coffin. We always leave the door slightly open, apart from in certain games. Away from home, mate, that first goal we always say is crucial. If we score first goal, we always win, pretty much always win, don't we? We've conceded that away goal, first goal, every away game at minute, Danny.
Apart from Bristol.
Yeah, apart from Bristol. Yeah. But pretty
So,
much every away game we're conceding first. And then it's a mountain to climb because all they do is
you see,
revert more.
you see, like today, I said on the Leeds Bros thing, I wouldn't have played Everton today. I'd have put Gilavogi in there.
Yeah, a bit more steel in there.
Just somebody there, yeah, and let Tanaka and Rothwell do what they needed to do.
Yeah, let's be fair,
You
mate.
know what I mean?
We've seen Amundsen play today, and I think he needs a rest. I think he needs to come out.
He does need a rest, but he's not. I know people say try Nonto there, but today for me, Nonto wasn't on it.
Nope, I have to agree with you. I thought he was very poor.
Held on to the ball too long.
Yeah,
I don't think he's got an eye for the killer pass. The person I would have put there with his performance today when he come on would have been Solomon.
I've said from day dot Solomon should be playing in 10, and Amundsen should come out. And people laugh and say I don't know what I'm talking about. Farke's even said he won't play a winger there, as you know, and you've pointed out a few times. But just because Farke said he won't play a winger there, don't mean he's right. Don't mean he's right. He's wrong about a lot of stuff. Just because he's a professional manager, don't mean he gets everything right. And today, or the last few weeks, Dan, it's been crying out for Amundsen to come out. And yeah, we've got Ampadu now, so you're probably going to find Amundsen's going to come out, and you're going to see.
How many weeks would you have said that Amundsen's coming out? For me, it's probably been 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks. 2 or 3, last 2 or 3. He hasn't been poor all season, as we know. He's done okay. I'm not his biggest fan, but he's done okay. But the last 2 or 3 weeks, he should have come out by now. He's played most minutes, really, hasn't he, since Jorginho left on it. He's pretty much. I mean, to be fair, have you seen a bit of a change in mentality today with Farke? Because he actually subbed Amundsen off, and it was earlier than normal, but about 65 minutes.
Two games in a row now, he subbed him off.
Is that the start of? Maybe
I have no idea.
Maybe coming out because he doesn't.
You see, I'm thinking because Ampadu's getting game time. Is he thinking is it start time to sub him off a little bit so he gets used to it?
I think so. I can see maybe Oxford game, maybe a change in there. You know, whether it's Ampadu coming back and moving Rothwell into 10, or I don't really know what he's going to do. But
I don't think Ampadu's fully ready yet. If that were me, I'd stick Gilavogi in for Oxford game.
I would, but I feel like Ampadu's going to come in quicker than any of us thought. But I agree, 100%.
You know what I mean? Because Ampadu's still not fully fit, and I'd rather have somebody in there that is fit to play than somebody that's not fully fit and get another injury and is out a bit longer.
Yeah. Just quickly read this one, Danny. Righteous one. I have a question for both, actually. Say if in January they bring a goalie in for 5 or 10 million and says he's going to be number one, would you snatch their hand off? Depends who it is, doesn't it? It depends who it is, doesn't it, Danny? Depends who it is.
Well, they won't spend £5-10 million anyway. It's going to be loan, so there's no point in even answering that question.
Thing is with that, Danny, I don't think we sell Melier in January anyway, so I don't think we're going to mess around with a vital position like that. We can talk about that in summer.
No, people are saying, "Oh, get rid of him," but it's going to be one of the hardest positions to get in a January transfer window.
Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. We ain't going to do it. When it comes to goalkeepers, we're doing nothing till summer. Nothing till summer. What's this?
It's like,
go on.
For me, do you think we see Farke anymore this season?
I do. Do you not?
No.
Yeah, I do, but whether we're going to get level out of him, I don't know.
Like I said in all the Leeds Bros, if they knew they wasn't going to give him a contract, they should have told him at the start of the season, get some money for him.
Yeah, if we don't offer him a new contract, it's seriously bad business for Leeds, isn't it? You know, to let it go on through the season and to not offer him one, it's crazy.
It's like, because I was watching the game today, but I don't have the commentary on for the game on the TV. I had Adam Pope and that on Radio Leeds as well at the same time. Yeah. And John Newsom were on there today and saying, look, he said exactly what I've just said. If they wasn't going to offer him a contract, they should have tried selling him in August.
100%.
July, August.
Yeah, I agree. Because he's
you know what I mean?
He's going to go for money.
Yeah, he said, I don't know why they don't offer him a contract. Even if he don't play in Premiership, we can sell him on. We're getting some money out of it.
Yeah, no, 100%, mate. 100%. Andy's put, Gilavogi never gets a chance. He'll be long retired when Farke realises his mistake or not playing him. Yeah, it's so annoying, Andy, and you probably agree, Danny, because as much as you think Gilavogi should come in, and I do, now the fact that Ampadu's fit, as soon as Ampadu starts getting minutes, Gillavogue is literally going to be a cheerleader. And that's such a shame because he's such a good player.
Well, he knows he's going to be a cheerleader anyway. That's why they brought him in. But for me, you know what I mean?
He's a better player than we probably thought he'd be.
Oh, yeah. But this is what I'm saying, you see, with corners as well. It's another bit of height in there. 6'2". Yeah. You know what I mean?
He looks bigger than that as well, doesn't he? But he is 6'2", but he looks a man mountain.
Yeah. He's 6'2", and he looks about 6'2" wide.
100%. Oh, we've got I'm going to bring Top Banana in. Legend. We've got someone else coming, right? Right, so one sec. Let's bring. Here we go. Now then, my good friend. How are you, Top Banana?
Not bad at all, Matty.
Thanks for coming on, mate. Much appreciated, buddy. Really appreciate you coming on.
No problem. I think it needs to tonight. That wasn't that bad, that performance today.
You don't think?
We had 18 shots. 18. Any other team would love to have 18 shots. The problem is we're not scoring. And that is a big problem. See, we're meant to have the best team. Well, we're meant to have the best team. But we've not. I mean, Perot's not scoring as many as he should be.
Yeah.
He had one shot from 35 yards today. And
yeah, there were a couple of balls that went in today that Perot should have been there for, and he won nowhere near.
Yeah. And it's just, to me, I think that's one thing I think the team needs to practice is the finishing. I mean, people can call Bamford for this one, but to be honest, the ball was actually behind him. Just getting his foot on the ball was good. And he was in the position to finish it at least.
Yep.
Yeah, it's his finishing, mate, has always been a problem on it. You know, even for years, mate, his conversion rate, it's not been good for years now. Top Banana, and it's you know what I think when we look at Pirro, he's so much more effective off a bench, and people might disagree, you might disagree, but for me, in that last 20 minutes where he normally comes on and gets us goals, he's either dropping into 10 or getting subbed off when we start with him, because obviously Jose comes on. Today we end up dropping him into 10 for a little bit. We end up with Bamford, Joseph and Pirro on it. Just ends up mental.
He finished the game as a centre midfielder.
Crazy, absolutely crazy for me. Crazy. He got us
to the point.
Yeah.
In the end, that got us to the point. I mean, he's got as many on there that can shoot and score. He knows that. I mean, we were dominating the game as we normally do. They got their first shot on goal should have been saved by Melier. He should have got that one. He got both hands to it. That should have gone round the post. There's no way he should have let that in. But they had one shot on goal first half, and they score.
Yeah,
typical Leeds.
But that ball shouldn't have got anywhere. And I know people aren't going to like this, but I blame Tanaka for that, because Tanaka let the player go.
Yeah, and he
didn't moved in closer
straight away.
Yeah. If you look at the first 10-15 minutes today, Nonto never trapped back once. Byron would try to do it all himself.
Yeah, I didn't like it with Byron on there. He needed a left footer. He should have put Wober on there just to have a left footer.
Wober won't fully. It won't fully fit.
He can't have been, because he wouldn't have took him out. I don't think, because he's been playing well last few games. So that swelling on his knee must have been still there this morning.
I think Byron's his first choice for going on his actual left back or right back. He's his first choice as a left or right back.
He does like it.
So he got on there, but you needed a left. That's why Firpo was good for us, because he's left-footed, but he can get a crossing. Well, Byron can't cross with his left foot very well. So automatically you're losing out on something. That's why Joseph probably never started.
Yeah. What do you think the problem is in general away from home, Top Banana? In general, away from home, what do you think's the problem? What do you think needs to change? Rather than just thinking of just today in isolation. Because let's be fair, the pattern is a trend now, isn't there? Like, away from home, we are 1 win in 5. You know, it's not just a one-off this. But what do you put it down to? Why is it so different from Elland Road?
I honestly think that away from home, we've got to have another one back. We always play with just 2 at the back, and they're meant to go in and challenge when there's a break to try and stop it, try and win the ball back quickly. So like Strout today, he went in, he gets beat, and they're through with a break. Now if we keep 3 at the back instead of just 2, it could be a full back, but that would actually give us more defensive. So that's stopping the goals going in against us away from home. And then hopefully he's got to practice finishing with the team, basically. I mean, Addison's today, he was just outside the 6-yard box and he blasts it over.
Yeah.
It's not.
And then, like you say, Bamford was behind him. Bamford was behind him, so he couldn't do naught with that. He got a touch to it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that far away anyway.
We'll clash on the Bamford one, boys, because for me, what's he trying to flick it like that? What's he trying to, a fancy flick? He just has to bury that. I don't care if it's behind him, he's 2 yards out, just get your foot on it and put it away. None of these fancy flicks. And I know
I said that when I saw it, Matty.
That was the issue.
I saw it and I said that. And I've watched the game back just.
Yeah.
And the ball was actually, he did well just even getting onto it. It was actually behind him fully, just getting something on it. First off, I thought, why did you not just side-footed that in?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an hard with Bamford because he always gets in the positions, but I suppose sometimes you have your mind upon a player, and for me, Bamford's, he's sort of done at Leeds. I don't think I feel like he's a bit of a curse when he comes on pitch. I just don't see him doing. No, that's just my opinion, mate.
For me today, the game changed when he come on.
No, I don't know, man. He's not for me.
Because we had that target man. We had that target man. We didn't have it with Perot.
No, I know. I think, how I feel about strikers, but I always feel like Joseph starting's a better option, and when he goes with Pinot for me, he doesn't have good 90-minute performances, and I kind of feel like he comes off at bench and he gets a goal, and that happens multiple games, and then he gets his chance to start, rightly so, because he's banging in the goals. But then when he starts, grab that shirt when he starts. He never looks as good when he starts the game of football, Pinot, ever.
To me, when come off the bench today, Joseph? When Joseph come off the bench today, that's the best he's been coming off the bench.
Yeah, it probably was. To be fair, he probably was, but he doesn't impact the game as much as Pinot does when he comes on, does he? Today we're all right, and he sort of got the goal, even though we're a known goal. We're in the position to make it go in, but honestly, lads, I just don't know. What do you make of Dan James' performance? He came out today still with a good performance, didn't he? He still looked himself. I thought.
I'll tell you something. That shot that he hit bar with, I thought it would win when I first saw it.
Yeah, he has a goal, doesn't he? He has a goal.
Mm-hmm. But for me today, Tanaka wasn't on it. Rothwell, I don't think was on it as much.
I agree, mate.
Maybe Rothwell's getting a bit tired because he hasn't played as many games as what he has. You know what I mean? Tanaka's probably getting tired.
Yeah, no, 100%. You know what it is? I feel like when we're away from home and we play with Aronson, unless it's a game, we won away at Sheffield Wednesday. He played well in that game. Aronson, he got a goal. But I feel like in certain games, you can see with Leeds after about 10 minutes. I don't know if you agree. 10 minutes into the day, we're like, it's going to be one of them, and I just felt it were going to be. And when Aronson's playing, he isn't a creative player. You see him scuff that shot, like you said there, top banana, when he blazed it over, and you just know at half time you could sub him off at that point. But Farke never makes that tough call. There's certain players you look at. Why can't we make a sub after half time? Why can't his manager be brave enough to pull someone off at half time if it's needed? And let's be fair, there's certain games this season where it is needed.
He's never done it though, Matty. That's the thing. It's always been 70 minutes, even at Norwich.
But why?
I have no idea.
I think one of the reasons also that we struggle away from home is like today's pitch. It was bone dry. They hadn't watered it that much. So the ball's not going across the ground. So when we're trying to pass it, it's not as good. It's bouncing high. It's bouncing higher. I mean, that shot of Addison's actually, it did bobble just as he was kicking it, but he should have known it was going to.
Yeah, I agree.
In my opinion.
It wouldn't surprise me, mate, if they're leaving grass a couple of mil longer as well than we used to Elland Road.
They will do.
All these little bits. Yeah.
And that makes a difference to a team that passes the ball along the floor.
100%. 100%. It's just Elland Road, mate. You might think I'm crazy. I don't see us losing again at Elland Road. We might drop points.
I do. I think we lose. I think we lose to Blackburn.
No, I don't, mate. And I know it's got a bit of a rivalry with their manager, hasn't it? Is it Eustace? So you haven't beat him yet, 3-0. But I just think at home, that's why we're second in league, because his own form is that good. it allows us away form to not be quite there. But over another 20 odd games, if it stays like this, we are going to lose ground. And honestly, I start getting nervous. I thought we'd tear this league up, lads. I thought we'd honestly tear this league up. And let's be fair, I know you're both positive and you think we'll go up like I do. It's going to be closer than we wanted it to be, though. It's going to be closer.
I think right. Over 90 points is going to get us promoted. And at the moment, we're in line for 92. And I think that gets us promoted.
I think 83 to 85 gets us promoted.
I've said all season 85. You'll go up on 85 this season. I've said that all year, but
I think we'll get over 90 again. I honestly do.
It's just hard.
All we've got to do is win a couple more away games. You don't draw a lot of them. I'm quite happy with that, but win a couple more than what we have done. That's the one thing. We are losing games. What I don't want us to lose. We've lost games away, and we've drawn games that we really should be winning.
Yeah,
but I'm not bothered about how we play. All I'm bothered about is getting up this year.
100%.
That's the end of it. I'm not bothered whether it's first or second. I want to win the league because I want to go to and see the trophy. Have it paraded round the city like.
Me too. I outset Lynn for second, to be fair. Me too.
I saw the trophy last season on open top bus, so I'm all right.
Let's just say, easy says, Matty, we will lose at home. The trend is putting too much pressure on home fixtures. Yeah, maybe they just don't play like they don't look like they play with any pressure at Elland Road, which is mad, really. You know, when you think of how many fans are there, the expectation. Because let's be fair, we expect to win every home game, but honestly, easy. I don't feel like I play with any fear at Elland Road, which I don't think I've said in a long time. We've had players play at Elland Road who the weight of that shirt's weighed on them. At home, I don't see that this year at all. Really don't.
Have you seen Matteo Joseph's interview after the game?
No, I haven't, mate. No.
He said that we don't fear anybody at home. He said the fans are totally different at home to what they are away.
Yeah, 100%, mate. You can see where they play at home. You can see the way they play at home. It's just a foregone conclusion. The fans think it before the game. I know I do. I go to Elland Road. Oxford. This won't have any. This won't affect the Oxford game at all. The Oxford game, we'll smash them. I 100% think we'll smash them 4 and 5s. Maybe I'm deluded in thinking that, but then we go away to Stoke, and then we're nervous again. Then I don't know what's going to happen again. The home form, we should when we're beating sides and we're playing really well at home. When you beat Middlesbrough like we do, the confidence going into a trip away to Preston should be seamless.
Well,
but it's not.
After Oxford, it's 2 away trips, isn't it? Stoke and Derby.
Derby, we've just beat them at home. We should have no problem with that. But the fact it's away from home raises all these questions again.
And not that I think Derby are almost. I think they're quite good.
Lost you, Danny.
Wondered what that was.
He's still there, buddy. I'll move a minute, but no, it's an hard one, mate. Because, like I say, I'm a really positive fan, me, Top Banana. But it's just there's a trend there now, and I don't know where his next away win comes from. I think if we wouldn't have lost to Blackburn, if we wouldn't have lost to Millwall recently, like we always say, a win at home and a draw away. A draw away is not a bad result, is it? And scoring a 93rd minute equaliser could boost everyone up. This could turn the corner for Leeds. I understand that, but I feel like because we've lost a couple. And I know we won at Swansea, but that I feel like we really needed to win today to settle this hoodoo out. Early kickoffs, away game, the third game. We always lose a third game in a week. It just rolls on now for next time, doesn't it, buddy? It
does, yeah. But I mean, we have had a lot of injuries this year. If you look at it, we have had quite a lot of injuries. Well, we've had a lot actually.
More than any top side.
Starting midfield have come out, and we're still doing it.
Yeah.
We've got 2 good replacements. Yeah. I'm not a Tanaka man. I love Rothwell. I think him picking the ball up and running and he picks the tempo up of the game.
He dictates
it. That is what I love. Yeah, to me that is more important than what Tanaka does with all his passing.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
Good passer.
I agree, mate. Tanaka gets all the headlines, doesn't he? And Rothwell just goes about his business, doesn't he? And Rothwell, for me, sets the tempo of how we play. Everything we do well in attack starts with Rothwell. Tanaka breaks it up, and Rothwell drives with the ball. I mean, his set piece delivery were a little bit off today. He weren't at it today, which is probably half the reason we didn't play well, mate. Are you still there, Paul? I've lost you. But yeah, I don't think Rothwell were at the races today. Or we'll say at the races. I don't think Rothwell and Tanaka were at their level today, and that probably shows why we didn't win the game, Danny.
Maybe, yeah, but I think people are putting too much reliance on Rothwell and Tanaka. You know what I mean?
It's the engine room. It's the engine room aside, though.
It is the engine room, but the poor lads are knackered.
100%, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what. Like you said, this one a game on it. 3 games in a week. They could have played Gillavoga. They could have brought one of them in. You know, just to
could have played Gillavoga. Could have played Gillavoga. Could have. For me, his starting lineup was wrong today. I'd have played Solomon from the start.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'd have played Solomon from the start, and I'd have probably played Ramazani as well, right?
Well, Ramazani's got to be close to starting now, lads. He's got to be.
I still think he might have a niggling part of his injury, you know.
Maybe. He can't be far off starting, though, surely. But, you know, I expected him to start today, to be honest. You know, we've not played any minutes last game, but he comes on and, you know, he has a shot from outside the box and he gets stuck in. And I feel like he's going to be, when he's playing 90 minutes or starting games, he could be difference maker. Because games like today, I know we lost there last season, you know, so technically this is a point better than we had last season in terms of where we play, you know, getting a point there. But I feel like we've got a better squad this season, and I love this side, I do. But I do feel like games like this.
But have we got a better squad?
Better squad, but when you look at last season, today'd have been a game potentially where Somerville scored you that winner, and I think Ramazan is that player. He just didn't. Obviously, he's not fit at the minute. I think Ramazan is an X-factor player. When we're playing bad, he'll pop up and get you a winner, and that's what I sort of think we're lacking. That in away games, we're lacking that big game mentality, that big player who can get us a win out of nothing. I feel like that's what we're lacking, and I feel like he's a man to do it.
I thought Solomon would have done it as well today.
Yeah, I know. What about that top banana?
I think that we might be putting too much on Ramazani. We've not seen that much of him yet. And in his last club, he wasn't scoring hundreds of goals or anything. He wasn't a big goal scorer.
No, he would at a poor side though in that division, wasn't he? But I mean, he scored against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, and he has played in big games, and I feel like he's just got that technique, that potential, honestly, I think he's technically the best player in the division for me. And definitely best player at Leeds, but time will tell. There's no evidence to back that up yet. So you're right to say that he's still a young lad. But I put a lot of expectation on Ramazani. I expect him to, when he plays, be that man when we are playing poorly or we need a goal. I think the lads will be looking to him, and last season we tended to funnel the ball to Somerville, didn't we? We don't really do that this year. We can score, we can win from all areas of pitch. But I feel like when Ramazan is in and flying, I think you'll tend to see a bit more like that as we had last season, because I feel like he's that much of a good player.
To be honest,
I think we will.
I think Daniel Farke prefers Solomon.
I think he likes Solomon. Yeah, I do. But he will start Ramazani. When Ramazan is fit, he will play, mate. He will play.
One thing I think we need to get on to, Matty, tonight is that referee today.
Right, go on, mate. You get started, pal.
I think he was absolutely terrible. I mean, they definitely should have had one player sent off, if not 2, in my opinion.
100%.
I don't know the names. I'm no good with the names of the other teams.
No, I'm saying.
And then what got me was end of first half. He gave 2 minutes injury time.
Yeah.
There was more stoppages with fouls and that in the first half where the ref stopped.
Yep.
And then we've had ones where he's arranged a wall that should all be added on.
Yep.
Corners when he's gone in and told him to stop messing about. All meant to be added on. And he gave us 2 minutes in that first half.
Appalling.
And that was a joke.
Appalling. I mean, none of us like VAR, do we, in Premier League? But if there's VAR there today, that foul on Bogle, it's a red card. I actually think I know he won the ball, lads. Yeah, but I feel the follow through were that bad. It was almost a red on its own. Am I over?
It was a
egging
straight
that?
leg.
It
Was a red because it was a straight leg into him, and a straight leg is a definite no. That is going to break someone's leg.
It's a leg breaker, Paul.
You see, I don't like when I said to you earlier, Matt, I was listening to Radio Leeds, and John Newsom said to me, they shouldn't have VAR in this league, but there should be a screen that the referee can go look at.
If it's something as big as that, a big decision. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there should be a screen for them to go look at and say, right, well, yeah, I've made a mistake. You know what I mean? But that screen only comes into place when it's like a tackle like that, or
I agree.
Not for offsides or all like that. You know what I mean? It's just.
Do you know what was wild though with that challenge? Yeah, he gave the free kick. So how can you give a free? Like, I wouldn't have minded as much if he hadn't even given free kick. I'd have been like, well, he's missed it. But the fact he thought there was a foul in there, and he could see the challenge. How that wasn't a reckless challenge? If give the free kick, if that had been any other player on pitch, he gets booked. But because he'd booked him 3 or 4 minutes earlier, if you
actually watch him, he's got his hand going to his pocket, walking over to him, and he's realised that he's already booked him.
Yeah.
And moves his hand away.
So if it's anybody else, he's booked in it. If that's any other player on pitch, he's giving that as a yellow.
If that had been a Leeds player, that would have been a straight red.
Probably. Oh, mate, honestly, I do not understand how we can give the free kick and then not think that was a yellow card minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you could see him going for his pocket. When he twigged who it was, he bottled it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I just can't even believe.
And what got me with referee today as well, he was laughing and joking with their players.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I know. No, Mark Sutherland, my mate from work, Dan James unlucky today. We didn't lose anyway. We're second in the league. It's not all that bad. We go again. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know, mate. And you know, these lads are saying the same thing, and I agree. But it doesn't mean, you know, we don't hurt a little bit tonight. We're not a little bit annoyed. You know what it's to me?
Matt is annoyed.
You know what it is, though, lads? It's just because Oxford, I think we're back at Oxford, but it just leaves that fucking niggle again for when we play Stoke in a couple of weeks. It's just so annoying that it rolls on again. And how many times, though, Danny, right, do we have it where we can't win in as third kit or as away kit? You know, all these hoodoos Leeds have, and it just rolls on. We haven't scored from a million corners, and I hate how we have these ridiculous runs. And I feel at minute 1 win in 5. Everybody now is even Sky. Everyone's outside Leeds. It was only Leeds talking about as away form. Now everyone's talking about it. It's creating this massive thing now, and I just didn't want that.
I know this sounds dodgy, but I actually think we beat Stoke on Boxing Day.
I fucking hope so. We need to.
But
we need to.
I think we got Oxford. I think we'll beat Oxford. I think we'll beat Stoke. I think we'll get a draw against Derby, and I think we'll lose to Blackburn.
Yeah, but what have you got to base your thoughts on us beating Stoke? Because there's no evidence to back that up. It's just your thought, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I've just got that feeling. and you know my feelings, it's coming true at minute, it's time to get games.
Hey, I also remember you saying we were going to get beat 3-0 by Middlesbrough, so you're not always right, Danny.
Yeah, I know. But 99.9% of the time.
It's yeah, it's a worry for me, lads. I can't deny it. And like you say, you see, watch my streams what time you two, and I am really confident person. I still think we'll go up, but I just didn't want to use that narrative today of everything's fine, we'll be fine. You know, like Mark did, like a lot of people are. I get that, but there is an issue. There is an issue, and this is the first time.
I think you've got to be honest, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but this is the first time today, right, where I sat watching a game and I'm thinking, wow, Farke's under pressure here. When we went 1-0 down, I was like, wow, Farke's under pressure. Then he gets booked, and you're thinking, wow, he's really under pressure here. You can see it's getting to him. You know, don't get me wrong, he didn't do nothing wrong. He's allowed to question the fourth official. He's allowed. It's his fucking job. He's allowed to say what on earth's going on there, and the ref booked him because he's a tosser. But you could see 1-0 down, yellow card to Farke, and you're looking at that thinking, if we lose this game, fucking hell, don't get me wrong, we could lose next couple, and I still wouldn't ask for his head. But
no.
It's that he'll be on a short leash. If we want to drop out of that top two and end up third or fourth going into January, which I don't think will happen, but if we did, stranger things have happened, lads.
There's no one else who can come in, though. Who's going to come in to actually help at the moment? I can't see one. There may be one abroad, I don't know.
Do you know what
Well,
got me
I can't
today?
see one at the moment.
Do you know what got me today though? Was Sean saying David Moyes? Guess who were at the game today?
Oh no. He managed Preston, didn't
Yeah, but he was still at the game. And when I saw him, I thought, Sean.
No,
he? Oh no.
when we
Don't want him.
when we were 1-0 down, mate, I got a text message saying, come and see us in the back room, and 49ers were in there going, right, David, what do you want? Right, I'm gonna bring in Russ. Russ has just joined us. Hey, Russ.
Hey, lads, how we doing?
Not bad, Russ, you?
I'm okay,
Yeah,
mate.
good, mate.
Come on,
Good,
Mr.
mate.
Positive. Give me some positivity, please.
Well, for me today, like I put in the chat, if that challenge was in the Premier League, voting it just straight red
Yeah, I agree.
for me.
I agree.
And also for me as well, I'll say this here as well. For me, the referee lost control of that game once that decision happened for me.
They did. There were challenges going left, right, and centre. Weren't the Russ? It got really tasty at one point.
He lost control of that. He lost control of that game before that challenge.
Yeah, true, Danny. Also, I just want to say as well, for me, I'm not. If ball had been played out wide onto to the left, when Amundsen had it, and he knocked it back to Rothwell, Byram had gone on the overlap. If he'd knocked it down to Byram, their goal wouldn't probably have never come about.
Yeah, probably not, mate. Yeah, but Rothwell drove it into the box, didn't he? Then lost it, and then
Yeah,
the rest is history.
yeah. And I'm not sure why Bogle, even if he just puts the foot out, I think Bogle would have blocked that shot for Potts.
Do you think, Russ? Because I agree with everything you're saying there, and I also think Strauch's man got away from him far too easy.
Yeah,
Do you think?
I was watching Joe's channel, the instant reaction after the game. Well, I did watch it after the game because I do, as you know, Martin, I do football reporting. I was on a show in Nigeria this afternoon covering the Wolves game.
In Nigeria? In Nigeria?
Yeah, he's in English. It's called Football Live. We do it from home. We watch, and I watched the Wolves game this afternoon. So I didn't watch Joe's live. I've just finished watching that, and then I came across to your stream. And I'm wondering if, like, I can't remember what was said on there, whether Strauch is a tactical thing. Strauch went towards him, and by the time Strauch got too close, he turned away, and he couldn't get back across. If Strauch had hung back to halfway line, I think he might have been Leeds lately who's saying it. If he'd hung back to halfway line, that extra 10 yards, he'd have had to turn, and much better for him running when he's running at him rather than having to chase back at him.
100%. Yeah. He was ill-disciplined in that moment for me, Strauch. Like you say, if he drops back 5 to 10 yards, that guy spins and he's running towards Strauch as opposed to running away from him. And it's really disappointing for that because Meslier is going to get all the stick. And when it first happened, I sort of defended Meslier because I sort of applauded the goal, I won't lie. I thought it was a fantastic move by Preston and a fantastic goal. But when you watch the slow motion replay, you know, it was a fantastic ball in, but it wasn't in the corner. And when he were quick enough to get down and get an hand on it, but because he actually got something on it, he just needed more. And I've said before, a lot of people call him Poppadom wrists, and it's just unfortunate that he just couldn't get enough on it. But he's going to get so much stick as Meslier, and he has done. But like you rightly say, Russ, there were at least 2, 3, 4 players in the build-up to before he even had the shot. Were also
as well. And also, I think it was called from Arsenal. I bet he was on Joe's instant reaction as well. And he was saying Meslier were positions if he were going to go high for an higher shot, and then he went down low, so he had to adjust his body really quick and get down. And I think that's probably the reason why he didn't get enough hands on the wedding, where he just got hand to it and just didn't keep it out because he was setting to go high, and then he had to go down low right to the last minute.
Yeah, 100%
as well.
100%. Right, Richie, hey mate.
Hey mate, how are you?
I'm good, mate. Are you well? You all right?
Yeah, kind of.
What do you want to say, mate?
Just now that we're talking on the goal there, I didn't see it in full now, but I did see the highlights afterwards. Like, Rodon looked behind him 3 or 4 times to check who was behind him. He had plenty of opportunity to just knock that into the stand and clear it and not have the danger. The only thing I'd say with Mez is that he probably, if he goes with his foot there, he's got a better chance of stopping it.
Probably.
His hands are coming down too far. It's coming at him so fast for him to get down from his height, if he actually goes with his leg, his foot, he probably has a better chance of knocking it around than having to come down with his hands.
I agree.
You know, he just gravity. He's just that tall. It doesn't work for him.
Yeah. Also, Richie. Also,
Yeah.
you made a point there about Rodon. I'm wondering whether Rodon didn't want to try and get a connection onto it in case, because sometimes when ball comes in, so coming in at quite a lot of pace from that right wing into centre. Sometimes if you get a touch as a defender, you could turn it into your own net. Maybe you're thinking, I don't want to slide it in, put it into my own net. And maybe he thought Bogle were a bit closer to him on the other side, so he could cut it out before he got to Potts, coming in at that far post as well, maybe.
I don't know.
So
I would, from my perspective, in that scenario, you don't take chances and let it run across you.
Yeah, unless he's looked.
I thought it looked to me as if he was close enough to, even if he just takes a touch on it and takes the pace off it and it drops for him, he's got time to turn and do whatever he wants on it. But you know, he kind of looks twice or three times to see what's behind him. I know he sees Bogle, but Bogle is chasing back. Bogle is always kind of behind. So the way I look at it is that it's just easy not to take any chances there. Take a touch, take it down, and bring it out, and don't leave it run across you. You know,
I get what you're saying there, Richard. I get what you're saying there.
Defenders don't leave it run across you, even if it's the case you just knock it out for a corner or a throw. You know, but don't leave it run across you because you only create danger.
Yeah, like I said in the build-up to though, Richie, when Aronson had out wide, Bowman got on the overlap, and as Aronson come in, could you just played it down line into Byron's pass instead of playing it back into Rothwell to run into where we lost ball, where the goal originally started from. Byron was a really good run down the outside.
You're right, Matty. Strike got turned far too easily on the halfway line, but I think I saw a clip that he got turned a little bit before that as well. So look, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how Aronson misses that chance either. I know, Danny, I think you said it bobbled. I had a look at it. It didn't look like much of a bobble to me. If he gets over that, you know, he should be scoring that. Or he should be hitting the target, Matty.
It does bobble a little bit, like you say, but he should be getting his foot over the ball there and just smacking it. Had about a little bobble. For me, if you're a top player, which playing for Leeds United in that 10 role, yeah, you might not be a Premier League level, but you've got to be a top player in the 10 position for Leeds United, who were, you know, top two. You know,
he should
Premier
be making Freddie Woodman work his gloves.
But he had one last week as well in the middle of the game, didn't he? When it came over a defender in the box and it bounced and he blazed that over. I mean, these are half chances for me. These are gilt-edged chances. What you need to be at least testing the goalkeeper. I mean, how do you two feel? I'll go with you first, Russ. How do you feel about Aronson at the minute?
I think he's been playing well, but like I can't remember who said it on George Child as well. When he first came in, we signed him as a winger. And then he went out to Germany, to Union Berlin. He's come back and been playing in the number 10 now. For me, I think the winger position is probably the best position for him. And if we are going to say a Nonto when he first signed was either a striker or a number 10, so maybe try and switch those two up, put Nonto into the 10, Aronson out wide, where we signed him for. Because when he come on in some of the games, when he starts off when he's come off a bench or whatever, he's moved. And he says if it's Perron and he's kept him on, he's moved out wide to the left if he's stuck off a winger. And Perron dropped into the 10 maybe. So maybe try back out wide again and maybe re-find his form out wide, or I'm not saying drop him internally, give him a rest. Instead start Ramazani and moving on into the 10, or even in some of the games coming up over the Christmas period, fetch Amper to win and move Rothwell or Tanaka into the 10 and rest. So I think he needs a rest at the moment, Matt.
I agree, Russ. I couldn't sum up any better. I mean, what do you think, Richard, of that? Do you think that 10 is a main talking point? Do you reckon that's where we need to freshen it up? And what are your opinions on that?
I mean, yourself and Eve, you're taking a kind of a strong opinion on Aronson and seeing that. So I'd agree with Danny. I think we should have probably started Solomon on the left today. I think we saw it at Swansea. I think he hasn't. I was surprised. I said in the chat there, I was surprised that he hasn't started since Swansea. Yeah. You know, he probably on the road. He probably offers us more. Yeah. Nanto's form is probably an issue in regards to moving him inside. You You look at Ramazani there, the way Dan James is playing. Could you play Dan James in the 10? Like, I mean, he's playing that well at the moment.
Play him anyway.
You know, you can't. You know, it's very, very hard to drop him out of the team. And like I said up top, we're bringing in Bamford over Joseph and everything else. Like, would Joffe have done any better than any of the three that were on the pitch today? Definitely after today, we have to start Joseph up top, because what Joseph does is he gives us a press. So by having a proper press up top, it means that we're squeezing them further up the pitch.
Yeah.
Whereas Pirro is not squeezing. So if we're squeezing them further back, it's harder for them to get out. Yeah, and what we want to do is we want to squeeze them all the way back, so it's the way that we can get on top of them, get that early goal by squeezing them, particularly away from home. That's what you want to do. Yeah. You want to put them on the back foot, put them under pressure, make them play around you.
Yeah,
Pirro and Aronson. Okay, well, Aronson does his bit in that respect. There's not a huge press. There's not, in my opinion, there's not a good enough press. It's too easy to get around and get at us.
Yeah.
And therefore, you know, what's happening is that every team seems to be getting the one opportunity and they're taking it against us, and we're chasing the game. We said, like we discussed this last night, we gotta stop conceding the first goal away from home. We just gotta stop doing it. It's just completely and utterly unsustainable if we want to win games on the road.
It's one of them, innit, Richie, where even at home, probably more last season, this season, we tend to concede his first shot, or one of his first couple of shots on goal tends to go in. You know, we're not a side that you know, Melior's saving 2 or 3, 4, or we're blocking and throwing. Like it tends to be the first clear shot that's on target, especially away from home. It goes in, and we're always chasing. And the frustrating bit is we know the stats back it up. If we score first, we win games.
And that's why the Rodan thing annoys me so much. That's why that annoys me so much, because that could have been all prevented.
Yeah, 100%.
But maybe for that, he might not have, because I think it come on to his left-hand side, didn't it? I think Roden's right-footed. I don't think he might have trusted his left foot.
I don't know, Danny. He could the way I looked at it is I felt he could easily have trapped it with his left. But look, I'll agree to disagree in regards to it, and maybe I'm been harsh. But I would say that Mel's probably made the mistake in regards to, instead of going with his hands, if he goes with his foot, he's probably got a better chance of tapping that around, because he's having to come too far with his hands down. It's coming at him quite relatively quickly from relatively close. If he sticks his foot out between that and the post, the likelihood is he probably gets that.
Mind you, though, the way Medley has been with his feet lately, he might not have done.
Yeah, but he'd have got something stronger on it than the two hands that were coming down. That's the only thing I could say. But hey, look, you could be right, but still have gone in.
Russ, do you feel Bogle looked fit today?
Yeah, I think he looked a bit fitter than what he has done in recent weeks. I think he was carrying a bit between our past couple of games. I think I know he took ages to I know he got back at the last minute just as they took the strike in, but I think that was because of how far up he was, and because he was overlapping James at that point. And he were in the penalty area, so he had to run back from their box to our box for their goal. So, and he was chasing, and Potts were going in at the same time, so he were getting back at the same time with Potts. Potts just got there just a bit in front of him. Yeah. Which Potts has played a bit more, and I think he may be a little bit rusty at times because he's not played the past couple of games, so. Been injured. But you're going to get that when you first come back from an injury. But I think he's in games this season up until he's got his injury, and I think his game went on today. He's looked good this season. For us this season, I don't think. I'm not sure if he's put a bad performance in. One thing I was surprised about when I saw the team news this morning, and I said to my dad this as well. I was surprised that Verba didn't start a left back over Byram.
He must just not have been fit enough, mate. Because he had that knock. He had swelling on his knee a couple of days ago. He can't have been fit, because for me, if he'd have been fully fit, he'd have played on left. I reckon Byron might have played on right. Because for me, I don't think Bogle looked good today.
No, I think they've had to rush Bogle back because I don't think he wanted to play Ampadu at right back.
Plus, also, I'm just wondering if he wasn't fit enough, why was he on the bench and involved in the match day squad? Surely we'd have probably put James DeBayo. Probably could have put James DeBayo, one of the youngsters who plays as centre back, who can also play the right back or left back. He on the bench who was a lot fitter because he didn't play for the under-21s last night, the Bayer, so I thought he would have been in the squad today, but he wasn't involved in the squad today. So if we're struggling still and he's not gone down enough to be considered starting, I probably wouldn't have had him on bench, mate.
Yeah, true.
I think Bober was probably good for maybe 20.
Yeah.
If he really needed him, and the likelihood is that he's not going to throw the bio into a kind of an atmosphere like that. You've seen how kind of reluctant he has been in regards to it. I would say, like, you're probably right, Danny. It would have been a perfect shot to rest, to take Aronson out, go with Goulavogui, play 3 in the middle, keep it tight and play a 4-3-3, and that wouldn't be a bad thing necessarily to do at Stoke in regards to.
Oh, not even a 4-3-3,
and use your fullbacks kind of to give more width.
Not even a 4-3-3. It could have still gone the 4-2-3-1.
Yeah,
with Rothwell and Tanaka playing that just for that little bit extra forward. He didn't have to go 4-3-3.
If I'm honest though, Danny and Rich, I'd love to see us play 4-3-3. I mean, we saw what Southampton did last season with a 4-3-3. We could not figure them out.
Look what we did to Norwich in playoffs playing 4-3-3.
Yeah, I think 4-3-3 with the players we've got. When you think if all you're going to lose is Aronson, I think the wingers we've got. If we play 4-3-3, you'll see Rothwell and Tanaka naturally push forward anyway. I feel like
4-3-3 for this team, which is what he wants.
Exactly. I think that's the way forward. Whether he does it or not, I don't know. But for me, I think you bang on nail there.
Yeah,
that'd be brilliant. That.
Yeah, for me, I don't think. Sorry, Rich, I don't think he'll go 4-3-3 until next year, until after this run of games when he knows Ampadu's going to be fully fixed. He's would come back too quickly for me, Ampadu. That's why we didn't see him today. I think we're going to wait until in January, middle of January towards back end of January, early February, when we may go 4-3-3.
I think by then, though, Russ, I think we'll have brought another 10 in January, potentially on loan, and then we'll stick to 4-2-3, won't we?
Well, I'm going to disappoint you here, and I don't know. This is what I've heard from a friend of mine that knows somebody that's high up in the club. We're not looking at a 10, we're looking at a left back.
We're looking at a 10 as well, mate, honestly. There's no way we're not. It's too much.
He's adamant, and Matty he's never let me down yet with the information.
Well, he ain't letting you down. If we sign a 10, we'll be all happy. There's no letdown there. He's just keeping you dark.
No, but
surprise you.
He's not. No, I said to him, I said, we need a 10. He said, Danny, being honest with you, they're not actually looking at a 10.
Yeah, that's what
they're looking at a left back.
Then I've actually heard whispers that we're looking at left back and a striker. I've heard, and it's a striker who can play striker and a 10, but his main position is a striker.
Well, let's be fair. Bamford potentially goes in January. Joffrey definitely goes in January.
No.
So Joffrey will go in January.
Oh, Joffrey will go in January, but
Joffrey.
I don't think Bamford will. I think Bamford will. I think like we did last season. I think we'll start seeing Bamford starting a few games from January onwards.
Yeah,
like we did when we done that one last season.
What's that, mate?
Like I don't know. I think I said to you before. I cancel his contract and get him off the books.
You can't though. They can't though because it's because what you can't. If you sign him out of his contract now, you're not actually paying him at the 44 grand. You're paying him at his Premiership wages, which cost them more money, and then they're in breach of contract. They can do it with one season to go, but not while he's still got more than one season.
What's that, Richie? You think we should just get rid of Bamford now?
I think I definitely think we need to look at probably moving him on. It's like that relationship is broken. It's been broken since we came down with missing the penalty at Newcastle and the Leicester.
I agree.
It's been broken, and he shouldn't have got the death threats and everything that happened. I agree with that, but it kind of felt like he was never able to, in any way, to come back from it. I know he had kind of a decent enough back end last year and January, and it could be a case that he could actually come good in January if he gets a bit of game time. Nanto is the kind of a player that has seemed to have come good in regards to January as well. I think, remember that season when we were in the Prem, he did well in January.
He did, yeah.
So he could be just a player that could come good in at the start of the year. Might be wishful thinking, but
For me, it'll tell you where Bamford is. If Bamford doesn't start against Harrogate, then you know he's not going to be starting at all. If he starts against Harrogate, he'll start getting more games.
I would imagine.
I tell you, I think you may see him start on New Year's Day.
Yep.
I think you're absolutely mental.
Bamford.
I think you're nuts. There's just no way. There's no way he starts. No way.
I think he just. I think when he came on today,
the game changed. He changed the game.
In the press, his press would be higher than what he was when Perot up there. When Bamford came on.
It doesn't matter though, lads. We can look better when you can't score from 2 yards out. You know, he ain't going to start. He's going to be playing for Leeds. He ain't.
And then one day was happening, which someone did on Joe's show as well. It was Joe Bealdy said this. Your Perot would not have been in that position Bamford was today.
Maybe not, mate, but
at least he's getting in those positions and trying things. Whereas Perot, he always hangs back. When we looked into a box, like towards the end of the game, James going into a box for that cross for that equaliser. Perot in there. Perot was on edge of box. He went to Bamford and Joseph.
You know, I've been saying since October that Bamford will start in January, and that's when our major run will start.
Like he did last year, Danny.
There's no way. The thing is, we can say like today, Perot wouldn't have been in that position, but Joseph was, because Joseph put it away. Fair enough, he went a little bit further out, but Joseph got in the same position as Bamford, and he got put away. And Bamford, Perot might not be in the same position as Bamford today, but Bamford wouldn't have scored all goals Perot scored this season. So for me, it's a null and void argument for me. Like, he just.
But the other side of this is that if you want to get a 9 or a 10 in, someone has to go out, Matty.
So
who's going to go out? Is it Bamford or, like you're saying, Bamford's going to go out? But who's going to take him on loan?
I wonder if his Perot's going to go out, or I wonder if his Perot's going to go out. And the reason why I'm saying this
Perot's
is
definitely not going out.
The reason why I'm saying this though, Richie, we went back in for him in the summer and offered money plus Perot to Sheffield United for Gusema.
Yeah, but that Perot, that wasn't proper news. That was just Sheffield trying to wind it up.
No, Danny, I've actually spoken to people, personal put out to Sheffield Star that with Perot incident, and he actually said he double checked it with two sources of blades and a source inside the club at Elland Road as well.
Yeah, Russ, I think there was something in that, but they're not going to do that now. That was before the ball got kicked this season. They're not going to do that now.
Perot's top scorer this season. You're not going to let him go.
No, for me, I think Joffrey goes out on loan.
Yeah,
they'll want to bring a player in for that squad place anyway, so they'll want to replace that. But I don't want them to replace Joffrey with a player that ain't going to play like Joffrey isn't playing. They need to replace him with someone who can push that, that starting lineup. But Bamford, right? Apparently, Southampton are looking at Bamford. Surely that's a load of shite.
Southampton are looking at him. Rangers are looking at him, and Celtic are looking at him.
Rangers and Celtic are looking at Joffrey as well.
Yeah,
Rangers are definitely looking at him.
Please go.
They're looking at Joffrey.
The only trouble is though, it's all right saying you don't want a player to come in and not play. A lot of these Premiership teams now want the players to play, and if they're not going to be guaranteed thing, they're not going to come.
And Farke doesn't guarantee minutes.
Yep.
No. Well, that's the thing, innit? It's when you look at that side now. Anyone we got on loan, we won't guarantee minutes to any loan player. I don't think that's something we'll do. And we saw last season he didn't make many changes. He likes his team. He's having to rotate a bit more now, and I think he trusts his bench. But if you come in January, you are going to be bottom of pecking order unless you're some player. For me, he's probably still going to pick Aronson over a McAtee or whoever else we link with.
One player that we have been linked with, which I've spoke to a couple of people, and this is correct. Louis Barry from Aston Villa is coming out on loan at Stockport County. He's been linked with us, and that link is genuine. I've been told. In the past couple of days,
and he can play striker. He can play striker, and he can play 10.
Yeah, and also Danny, and he can also play wing as well.
Yep.
And I've been told the reason why we're looking at him is because Tottenham are unhappy at this moment in time with how many minutes.
Villa.
Tottenham's unhappy with Solomon's minutes. Our club at the minute. So maybe, that's
I
why
think
that's why we've gone in for Barry.
I think though, Russ, that makes sense. But I think I don't know if you agree, Richie. But I feel like Solomon probably hasn't got the minutes we all wanted because of his little niggles and his injuries. I feel like he's about to start playing more minutes.
But sure, like he hit the ground. He hit the ground away at Swansea. Like, and why don't we just leave him in the team?
Yeah, no, it was weird. I know, like I'm all for rotation, mate, but like some of these players can play two in a row, and after that,
particularly when someone who's been out and finally gets to run in the team, and you know he's needed that. And he had come off a decent international break. He had scored 2 at Swansea, and then we don't play him again.
It's like he's rotating sometimes the wrong players.
Today, and I would say he will be perfect at Stoke as well in regards to.
I agree.
Left side, because Nanto hasn't been beating up threes. You know, just give him a break. I think you said it, Danny. Like Rothwell and Tanaka kind of look knackered. They probably are in many ways. You know, which is why probably you need to have a look at a Gulavogi or someone just to balance it out and rotate it out. It's getting to that stage of the season now. We've got a lot of games coming up into January, and everyone else is going to be busy. That's why you have the squad rotate in and out.
Yeah,
you know.
Just to answer Michael Smith's comment in the chat, as we're looking at is Louis Barry is currently on loan at Stockport. Michael, he's on loan from Aston Villa. We're looking at fetching him in January. He can play winger, striker, or 10.
Yeah, because Villa sent him out to Stockport, and then now they want him to play an higher league. See if he can do it there.
Thing is, all right, it's brilliant if he comes to Leeds United and we get a promotion. It's brilliant for him, but surely for his own development, he's going to play more minutes and score more goals at Stockport than he's at Leeds United.
I think he's already on about 15 or 20 goals at Stockport already.
14 goals, 2 assists, I think I said.
Yeah, it is somewhere around them lines. Yeah. But that's what we're looking at, Michael. To just saw his comment in the chat, Matisse. So I thought I'll just
no, that's fine.
Repeat it again, mate.
Right, lads, we've been going 81 minutes. Right, I just want all 3 here because I'm already feeling a little bit better. Richie, we'll start with you. Tell me that we're going to be fine, and tell me why we're going to be fine.
Oh, geez, Matty, I don't know if I can do that. I think Blackburn at home is going to be tricky. It's John Eustace has a bit of an Indian sign over us, and that will be of the home games coming up. That will be the one I will be worried about.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be worried about going to Turf Moor or Borough or anyone like that, because those teams are going to come out and play Sheffield United. The onus is going to be on them to come and play against us. Yeah. So it'll allow us kind of to sit back and hit on the break and hit on the counter-attack. The problem we have is against teams away from home who like to sit in. So our problem is against teams anything from 50 and down, where they just sit in, get one chance, take it, and suddenly we spend all the rest of the 70 or 75 minutes chasing a game and we're never getting there. So kind of go to teams like Stoke, like Hull, Plymouth, for example, you know. The only other thing I'd say is that we've taken 7 from 9 this week in a 3 games in 7 days. Fair. It's probably not bad overall. I don't know how many teams this season have taken 9 points in the 7-day period. I'd be interested to see what that stat is. So
I know Blackburn did it a few weeks ago. I know when Blackburn beat us, they had that was the end of a 3-game period.
Yeah,
and they won all their 3, Richard.
And then won again today.
And they've won again today.
If Burnley win tomorrow, like they've drawn during the week. You know, so I mean, there's, you know, I'd like to have a gap because obviously everyone's on edge this season, given everyone knows the importance of going up this season. So we're all on edge, and we're going to probably be on edge all the way till the end because that's the way we do things. So I can't give you a huge amount of confidence. I assume the home form is going to stay as it is because we're good at home. We could probably deal with going and winning at Stoke away and maybe putting some sort of run together in January like we did last year. And if we can start picking up maybe a few wins away from home, kind of putting 2 or 3 together, then, you know, that's kind of what we need. We just need a bit of confidence. So kind of take it 1 game at a time, start with Stoke away and kind of work from there. I think Derby away isn't going to necessarily be a bad game for us either. I would have enough record at Pride Park.
Yeah, I agree.
But we've all, you know, we struggled at Preston last season and we struggle again today. So it's not been a happy hunting ground for us. And Stoke is kind of the same. But, so like if we were to go to Stoke and even take a point, I wouldn't think it would be an overly bad result.
No, I agree.
So, that's where I am on it anyway. That's where I am.
Making me feel a little bit better. As soon as you come out with the sentence, we've got 7 points in 9. I sort of forgot about that today.
Yeah.
It's one of them. I wouldn't because I was at the game and I enjoyed it, but in my head, I'd rather draw Middlesbrough and won today just to get that away hoodoo off my back. But
today was always the game I was worried about all week. I wasn't worried about Wednesday night.
Yeah,
because Borough were going to come and play, which was going, it was going to give us an opportunity. It was going to give us space. Preston weren't going to do that, and that's the difficulty. And those are the games that those are the difficult games that we have. It's not playing the Boroughs or the Burnleys or the Sheffield Uniteds or any of those. It's any of those teams who are fighting for their lives to stay up. We have to go to Portsmouth as well. Those are all going to be tough games for us in regards to breaking down teams who have an opportunity, take their opportunity. The thing we really need to do is we really need to start taking our opportunities and start scoring first and away on the road. If we start doing that, then the away form is definitely going to improve.
100%.
Because then if we score first, we can sit in and hit on the break like we want to do. But that's it. It's about getting that first goal on the road. If we can improve on that, then form is going to improve, and we're going to get a few more wins as opposed to losses or draws.
I agree, Paul. Right, Richie, I'm going to drop you out.
Yeah, no bother.
Thank you so much for coming in, Richie. Really appreciate it. Next time I do it, make sure you come back on again, please.
No bother. See you, man.
Brilliant. Bye, buddy. Thank you. Right then, lads. Down to 3. Right.
The final
Danny,
3.
Go on, Danny. You tell me your point before I kick you out as well. Come on, Danny. Make me feel good.
Do you know, I actually don't think we're going to need a run to win this league. I think we're going to win it. I still think we're going to win the league, and I think we'll win it 5 points.
Really?
Yeah, I think we'll win it by 5 points, and that points will be between 83 and 85. I don't think we need to go on a run. I don't think. I ain't bothered if we win the league or not. Second will do me.
Yeah, I want to win it, but second will do. Don't get me wrong, but I do.
You know what I mean? You still get a trophy for finishing second anyway. We've already had the winners' trophy. We might as well get the second place one in the cabinet. You know what I mean? So
you say that, but if it's tight, and then you've got Sheffield United who they hate us more than we hate them, we're not really asked. But
I'll tell you now. I think Sheffield United win the league.
It's hard to disagree a minute, but I'm still going us to win it.
You know what I mean? The team that I had to finish second are nowhere near, but I had Coventry to finish second.
It's not a bad shout before the ball kick, though, Danny. It wasn't a bad shout before the ball.
Yeah, I had us winning it. Coventry second, Middlesbrough third, Sunderland fourth, Blackburn fifth, and West Brom sixth.
So you had Sheffield United and Burnley outside top 6 now. That's wild, pal. Rest of them aren't too bad, to be fair, but that's wild, man.
I actually thought Sheffield United had finished mid-table, but they made some good signings. So
at one point, mate, they looked dire. The team looked dire. Then they pulled it all together and got every player we were linked for. They went and got them all, didn't they? Really, and then kept
that's what I'm saying, because I've heard that they're also after that Louis Barry.
What I've heard, Dennis, us, Sheffield United, Middlesbrough.
And that's what I'm saying. If we're not top, is Louis Barry going to want to come?
Yeah, well, I agree with that. We've got to be in top 2, haven't we? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For anyone in January, we've got to be.
Yeah. For me though, like I say, like Russell said, I heard something to do with a striker, but I didn't think we'd get one because I thought, well, Bamford's not going to be going. Joffrey, you don't know what position he plays anyway. You don't know if he's a 10 or 9, a winger. I don't even think he knows where he wants to play. For me, I think if we get rid of Joffrey, I don't think we get a player in Joffrey's position. I think we'll get one in a different position.
Hopefully, mate. Hopefully we get a couple of. Hopefully we're proactive in the January window, mate, and bring in a few, even if we are top and clear. That's all we do. But anyway, Danny, I'm going to drop you out and just leave me and Russ to finish off. Thank you so much, Danny. You're a legend. You
Take
missed
it
your
easy,
live
Danny.
time here tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I fell asleep last night. I was knackered. I'd been up since 4 morning.
It's fine, buddy. Thanks a lot, Danny.
Take it easy, Danny.
Bye,
In a
buddy.
bit.
Bye, mate. Right, Russ. Just 2 now, mate. And then there was 2. Right, mate.
And the best 2 as
The
well.
best 2. Yeah, we'll go with that, my mate. 100%. Right. You need to make me feel better. Last one to do it before we go. You've got a couple of minutes. Tell me how this away form's going to turn around, and tell me that Leeds are going to romp the league and be perfect, and I've got nothing to worry about. Come on, Russ.
Right, Danny. We're going to win the league, mate. I've said it from the beginning. I actually proposed to win the league and Blaze to finish second at the beginning, with Burnley finishing third in the table. When at the beginning of the season I did that. And like we did it last season, we're going to go on a run from January, whereas home form and away form will start to turn. Because last season it was a bit like this with his away form at this point last season, and then until now unbeaten. I think it was 10 or 11 games at the start of the new year, which included away matches where we were unbeaten.
Yeah.
And if we win his own matches, which we currently, I know we lost to Burnley, but we won and drew with Portsmouth, we've won majority of his others. If we win his own matches, draw away, we get 2 points a game, and 2 points a game in this league gets us promoted.
Yeah, I agree, and I can tell by where you say it, you're so enthusiastic about it. You make me feel good about Leeds United. So I was really pissed off and down before this stream, and then to end with you, Russ, it's making me feel happy. Can't lie.
Yeah, and also Matty, as well. The form that we're currently on at home, I can see that going into the away matches, because I think just little tweaks in his. I think we'll keep the same formation 4-2-3-1, and little tweaks like putting Rothwell into the 10 or moving Nonto into the 10, Aronson out wide, which like I mentioned earlier, where they both started because Nonto plays in the 10 or striker for Italy under 21s, and Aronson started out wide when he first come to Leeds. So so if we switch those 2 round and having where they normally play or where they play when they first come in, then we'll finish in the top 2 this season. In Matty, one thing as well, this weekend, no matter what Burnley do tomorrow, we'll still be in the top 2 by the end of this weekend. Because we're 4 points clear
thanks
at
to that
Burnley.
draw,
And Burnley have got Norwich away tomorrow, and we all know what Carroll Road's like.
Tough game.
We all know what Carroll Road's like.
They won't win that, Burnley.
I'll tell you this now, Matty. That game tomorrow has got a draw written all over it, or a Norwich 1-0.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Burnley win that tomorrow. I really don't. Do you think, Russ, that 10 position, whatever we do with it, do you reckon that holds the key to maybe changing the away form round? Do you reckon that 10 is pivotal in kickstarting that away, that trajectory of getting us away on the same level as us home? Because I personally think that tweak and maybe bringing Aronson out, whether we put Rothwell in there or someone else, or buy someone or loan someone in January, I feel like not having that creative 10 in a game away from home when they're playing low blocks, mid blocks, and they're really hard to break down. I think if we get the right player in that 10, I think it unlocks the championship.
Yeah, it will. Danny, because I do, because when I know Pro dropped in there later as well, as the game went on as well, matters when we fetched on Joseph and Bamford towards the end and threw everybody up there. But I think if we left Rothwell on and took Perot off earlier on, that would have probably been a bit different for us, because Rothwell would go on the ball in the pick to when Perot picks it up, and he would have carried us up the field, because that's what he was doing. He was getting it deep and carrying us up the field. I know he lost it in lead up to their goal. We were still getting the ball and carrying it up the field. So I think Rothwell could play in the number 10, and I think once Ampadu's fully fit, we will see Rothwell in the 10 and Aronson now, maybe out of the side for a little bit and coming on either on the wing or in the 10 towards last 10-15 minutes, where I think he could influence games.
100%.
Coming off of the bench, fresh legs, his energy to help close down. But if we do take Aronson out of the 10 and put Rothwell in there, for me, he's got to be Joseph or Bamford. I know you know Bamford, but Joseph or Bamford
to help with the press.
try with the press
I get
up
that,
front rather
get
than
that.
having Perot there, because Perot dropped
Yeah.
steep. So there were times today
I get
when Nonto was coming into the 10, and we were crowding Aronson out as well.
100%. You can't lose Aronson in 10 and then play Perot up top. You can't. You know what I mean? That's something that he'll have to look at. But for me, if Aronson is a bench option and coming on, like that's just such another good threat to having. You know, imagine bringing Aronson and James on for the last 20. They're just going to run you ragged. So it's such a good.
Or Aronson and Ramazani, Aronson, Nonto, Aronson, some of Aronson and Solomon.
Let's be fair though, Russ. I think everyone's saying it in chat as well. Like Rothwell, his vision, the way he drives with the ball, the way he likes a shot. He's got really good passing. Like he is the perfect 10 really for this side right now, because we're not in January. We can't buy anyone. We can't loan anyone right now. I think Ramazani could play in 10. I think Solomon would be a great 10. But Rothwell, like profile wise, is a perfect 10.
Yeah,
perfect 10. But she wears a 12. Baby, keep a little 2 from me. Go on, what you say?
And with that free kick we had in the first half, where Wyman should have been sent off for that challenge. I don't know why Aronson took that free kick, because he set up for Rothwell to Curley, who was a right footer from that position rather than the left footer of Aronson. He should have left it for Rothwell, or if Aronson was going to take it, he could have put it tried putting it in the gap, really straight to the wall, instead of trying to put it into the gap which was left at the end of the wall. Trying to go around the wall.
Yeah, well. Right,
to those sort of positions, I think that's where we miss Gruev. When Gruev's not playing, he would have probably found that corner at the end of the wall rather than straight into the wall. Because you saw that in the playoffs.
Paul Gruev, Russ.
Gruev.
Paul Gruev, how was he getting anywhere near this side now? I like Gruev.
No idea. Yeah.
Paul Gruev, he must be sat there thinking, well, there's no point me even getting fit. I might as well not even bother.
But if he gets fit, he's an extra option that we can think about more depth on the bench, and then we can have Ampadu and Gruev, or Gruev and Tanaka, Ampadu and Rothwell, Gruev and Rothwell in the holding potentially.
It's great options in it, mate, going forward.
Yeah, great options.
Right. Anyway, Russ, thank you for coming on, mate. And you put a smile on my face. You know your stuff. You're a really nice bloke. So thank you so much. Chat's loved having you on as well. Thanks so much, Russ. And I'll have you on the next couple of weeks. I'll do something similar. Make sure you're on.
Yeah, we'll do, mate. We've been group to Christmas and may not be around, so maybe just have to watch them back.
That's fine. No worries, mate. Well, if I don't see you before, mate, have a good Christmas. And thank you again, Russ.
To everyone who's in the chat as well, have a good Christmas. If I don't speak to you on Matty's channel before, or in the comments as well.
Lovely guy. Thanks, Russ. Take care, buddy.
And you, Matty. All the best, mate.
Thank you. You too, mate. Bye-bye. Bye. Lovely guy. So, yeah, thank you so much for everyone that come on tonight. It's not easy to come on here. I still find it difficult, and I've been doing this a while now. So, but yeah, and thanks for all chat. I just kind of wanted a bit more interactive tonight. I didn't really know where to go with it, because I was so peed off at the beginning. The beginning of the stream were a lot worse than the end, but it's nice to see some friendly faces, have a chin wag, see people's different side of things, different perspectives, because a lot more people, a lot more level-headed than me, and I genuinely feel we'll be fine. But like I say, that away form, until we play Stoke now, and hopefully we get a win there, it's just raising those question marks in it. And now we've got to wait until then, which is a bit of a shame, but I still think we'll be fine. It would be nice to get, like I say, Richard Hogan, head up my it is. It's one of them, mate. I am positive. It's just hard to be after that today, because it's just the same pattern, same routine, same sort of result, and away from home. But yeah, it's been nice to get my spirits raised by some really good friends of mine now. So yeah, lovely. Big love, everyone. Thanks for having me on, Matty. Always welcome on this channel, Russ. Really appreciate you coming on, my mate. Danny, big love, mate. You know I love you. Keep that smile on your face, wheeling. Yeah, man. Right, everyone in chat, thank you so much. It's been a really good. Everyone I have on here, absolutely love it. Tonight's format was good. Thanks, Andy. Much appreciated. Love your points. Yeah, thanks a lot. Hopefully you all have a good Sunday. And hopefully Burnley don't get 3 points at Norwich, which I think you'll agree is a tough place for them to go. So, yeah, I expect them to drop points tomorrow and keep us, hopefully, I think 4 points clear currently. Hopefully we're still 4 points clear coming in the game. But with the close gap margin over draw, I'll take it. But I do think they drop points at Norwich tomorrow. But, yeah, tomorrow night I'll be on, I think I'm on Joe's show for the final word, I think. And then he should be coming on our final pint, hopefully, as well. Thanks, Maya and all. Cheers, Aina, mate. Thank you so much. 2-0 Norwich. Yeah, I think 2-0 to be fair. I don't see Burnley scoring. Going to watch match again to see if I change my mind. You're a brave man watching that again, mate, when you already don't score and you're not being forced or paid to. That's, yeah, I'd need to be paying some serious money to watch that again, mate. I'm staying positive next week. We will win. Mate, I think we'll win 5-0 next game. But yeah, next away game, I don't know. Cheers, people. Please smash the like, subscribe, please. Cheers for having me on my great stream. Always, Danny. You know you're always welcome, mate. Right. See you later, guys. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Much love. See you later. Take care. Bye.